me. My name's Terrence and I live in Florida. What I want to do here is give you a recipe for a tomato basil Parmesan soup. This is my son Thomas. He's going to be helping out with the video today. Say hey, Thomas.
Hey.
Yeah, as you can see, he's a Buccaneer fan. Sorry about that. Just kidding. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to show you the ingredients that I have already prepared over here. Now I want you to notice my fine collection of mix match bowls here. Anyhow, what this recipe starts with is a 1/4 cup of cooking oil. And I'm using canola oil. 1 cup of finely chopped celery. And 1 cup of finely chopped onions. And then 1 cup of finely chopped carrots. I have 1 tablespoon of basil, finely chopped. 1 teaspoon of oregano, and it's finely chopped. And I have a half a bay leaf. Now you may notice there's some finely chopped carrots in there. That just came out of the food processor, so don't worry about that. Okay, now I have 3 cups of whole tomatoes that I did in the food processor and all its juices. I have 4 cups of chicken broth. Then I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have a half a cup of flour. And I have 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. And that's freshly grated. 2 cups of room temperature half and half. A 1/4 teaspoon right here of white pepper. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now what we're going to do is prepare the soup. This is my pot of choice here. We're going to take the 1/4 cup canola oil, dump it in here. Now that the oil's heated up, we're going to dump in the cup of celery and onions, cup of onions. And we're going to saute that along with the cup of carrots. Now since this cooked a little while, I've already turned it down. We're going to add the basil, oregano, and the bay leaf. Just dump that in. Stir it in a little bit. Now that that's stirred up good, what we want to dump in now is the tomatoes and all its sauce. Get that in there. Stir it in well. Now what we want to do is bring this to boil. And we're going to let it cook about 15-20 minutes. And we're also going to add in the chicken stock we have here. Chicken stock, just got a little bit more to simmer. We are going to fix a roux. I'm going to grab a pot here. And what we're going to do is put the 2 tablespoons of butter that we had earlier. We're going to dump it in. Alright, now that the butter is melted, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. And I'm going to take that flour that we had earlier and dump it in here. And we're going to make the roux. And we're going to cook it on low. We don't want to cook this on high. And once I get this done, which is probably going to take 5 to 7 minutes to get this done, we're going to just set it. This is something you have to constantly keep an eye on whenever you make this. Just keep stirring, stirring, and stirring until it gets to the color that you, whatever you want. If you like it light, if you like it dark, but you have to keep an eye on this because 1 minute you're doing fine, the next second, boom, it's burnt, and you have to start all over again. So I think this is pretty much done. I'm going to pick the camera up and show you the base and what we got here. Got it stirring up. I'll stir it up for you. This is the base, and it's doing pretty good. Just take the half and half, put it in the microwave, and just warm it up about 30 seconds. It's been at room temperature for about maybe 2 hours now. Stir the roux up. Now at this point I'm going to turn this off and just set it to the side until we're ready for this. We're ready for this to start mixing it together. It's very important that you make this warm. The half and half, make it warm. You don't want to put anything cold in at this time. Alright. Take that out. Take a measuring cup. I don't know, get about 4 cups of this tomato base. It's just easier putting it in a measuring cup. I don't know if you want to sit and watch me do this or not. But anyhow. Oh, while I'm doing this, I mentioned to you, went fishing the other day and caught a nice sized fish, a grouper. Real good eating. Alright, now that I've got this, one more. Set this back here. I'm going to bring the rooms back up to the burner, and I'm going to turn it on about medium heat. And then we're going to start adding this in about a cup at a time. And just stir it. It's going to get real thick on you. Making a mess over here, but it's behind where you can't see it. Okay. There we go. Just about there. Let me set off, get it out of the way. And what we have, let me pick it up and show you, is a nice thick roux. I'm going to take the roux and put it in with the rest of the tomato. Why I do it like this, I think it was on the original recipe when I got it. But I'll follow it and stir that up. Make sure you stir it in real well. Oh, it smells so good. Now at this point, what we want to do is take the Parmesan cheese, and we don't want to put it all in. We're going to put it in, and we want to leave maybe a 1/4 cup of cheese left. You want to save that for later. But now you want to mix this in real well so that it'll melt. Okay? Oh yeah. And we want to take the half and half that we heated up just a little bit and mix this in. Great. Get it stirred, stir it really well. And at this point you want to have it on the lowest setting that you can on your stove. And keep an eye on it so you don't scorch it. Now that you have that mixed in, we're going to grab the white pepper and the salt, and we're going to add that in. Oh, some stuck. Okay, mix that in also. Once we have this all mixed in, we're going to let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, and it'll be time to eat. But we have one more step. When we get done, we'll take the remainder of the Parmesan cheese that we had left. We will serve this up in small bowls and garnish it with the Parmesan cheese. I've got the timer set. When it gets done, we'll get ready to serve it up. What we're going to do with it today is we're going to fix, we'll drop that. Anyhow, we're going to fix grilled cheese sandwiches and have the soup. Okay, now what we're going to do is take the remainder of the Parmesan cheese. Look over here. Come in close, son. And then we're going to sprinkle a little bit on top of this. Everybody gets a little bit. Isn't that a beautiful meal? I say that because I made it. But it's simple. It tastes great. And I hope you enjoyed this. And always remember, eat healthy.